Demonstrations in India spread after the country's Supreme Court delays hearing pleas challenging the constitutionality of a new citizenship law. That measure has sparked opposition and massive protest across the country. The new law, the Citizenship Amendment Act, fast-tracks citizenship for Hindus, Christians, and other religious minorities who are in India illegally but can demonstrate religious persecution in neighboring Muslim-majority countries. The law does not apply to Muslims. Critics say it's part of the government's agenda to marginalize India's 200 million Muslims. Joining me now for more analysis is Shea, Director for the Center for Religious Freedom at the Hudson Institute. Nina, welcome back.
Thank you.
How concerned are you by this law?
I'm very concerned. It's very discriminatory. Muslims in the state of Assam, where the law was rolled out initially and supposed to go nationwide, were denied citizenship because they do not have the documents to prove that they are citizens, even if they've lived there for 5 generations and have been voting this entire time. Because Muslims are disproportionately illiterate in India, about 47%, according to the census, are illiterate, and very poor. They often don't have the documents to prove that they're citizens. Therefore, even if they are citizens, they're going to be caught up in this law. They're going to be detained or stateless. Being deported to these neighboring countries is really not an option.
And this follows on the heels of a citizenship test. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the citizenship test was to prove you're a citizen through documentation. So because they don't have that documentation, these Muslims, first in this town of Assam, about 2 million, cannot prove that they're citizens now. And this is now so they're being rounded up, detained, made stateless. That means they can't get a job, and they have really no place to go. And this is going to go nationwide.
India's Muslim population represents about 14% of the population. And as you said, the detention camps and deportation, that's already happening. It's not a possibility,
that's already happening. And this is part of a pattern under the Prime Minister Modi's Hindu nationalism.
And he actually defended this new law, calling it a humanitarian gesture. How do you react to that?
Yeah, it's not humanitarian for the people who can prove citizenship, and they are then going to be made stateless or detained indefinitely because there's no option for deportation. This could affect Christians too, because if this nationalism catches on, and there's signs of that already happening with conversion laws, and being more widely applied than they even are stated or worded. So it's a very dangerous situation. There's a pattern here of even people who have eaten beef, because cows are considered sacred under a Hindu religion, have been lynched since Modi became prime minister.
It's something we need to continue to pay attention to. Shea, Director for the Center for Religious Freedom at the Hudson Institute. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.